Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the Queers of Time podcast.
I'm Matt.
I'm James.
I'm Kenny.
And I'm Kat.
And this is a podcast to talk about all the gay stuff in the Wheel of Time.
Because we're gay and we like the Wheel of Time. As always, thank you to Lux for being our feral venator of Serene. And thank you to Travis for helping us with the transcription and to Kevin for the promo video in general. And
And for keeping Matt happy.
Yeah.
that's weird.
Because that's a full-time job. Oh my god, not in that way. Ew, you pervert.
I was like, okay. Anyway, so Matt is not here today. Let's mention that at the beginning so we don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
He's not silent. He's just not there because he's busy with work. Good for him.
Yes.
Good for him.
Good for him.
I mean, it's writing work, so it's a good thing.
It is good. It is. We are proud of our little buddy.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We're very proud of Matt.
But that means we don't have a fancy intro for today, mostly because we don't really have a plan for today. It's been a while since we've done actually a no planning episode.
Mm-hmm.
Usually we have at least a topic. Today we have, hey, there's been a few news recently and we haven't talked about any of that.
Mm-hmm.
What's our thought on them? So, yeah, there's been a few things actually, like, hey, we have a release date.
Yes. That's exciting.
That's exciting.
That's exciting.
Yes.
I have already booked that day off of work,
Nice.
so I'm excited.
Excellent. And now people can stop
Bugging.
yeah.
Look, Default Rand got the greatest gift in the entire fandom, so
I agree.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, actually, there's been quite a few Twitter of Time folks that had some
Mm-hmm.
really nice interaction, like from like Default Rand, but there's also like
Dane,
Dane?
Bonald.
I was like, this is so sweet.
that puppy of a man.
This is
Yeah.
so cute.
So
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what else is happening in the Twitter of Time universe?
I mean, we have our Viren. We
We
know
do
who
have Viren.
Viren is. I mean, we suspected.
that was from Jordan Con. So that's quite a while ago, right?
that wasn't Jordan Con.
No, it was after.
Wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was after. Oh gosh, time is weird.
I know. It was after. Yeah, at Jordan Con they introduced Bane and Shiad, and then Dane.
Oh
And
yes,
Mhm.
Shiriam.
and Shiriam.
How could I forget Shiriam? Oh my god, please forgive me.
Yeah, we had an entire episode about this.
Yes, we did. You're right. You're right.
Again, as we learned on our live stream, our episodes are a blur.
It's a fever dream.
Yeah.
No, I also just found these cute things that are cute illustration stickers that Kitsune Gare made of a Trolloc mom and dad with a Murdral baby.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
It's a very cute little sticker.
Oh,
That is kind of cute. Yeah, that is cute. That's cuter than it has any business being, honestly.
right.
I am one of those people that does not use stickers because, I mean, I have 3 of them, but
Yeah.
I might use one of them.
I
Yeah.
don't put them on anything. I just collect them somehow.
Now, pins, I love pins. And stickers, I will collect stickers and then just store them. And it makes me happy to know that they're
I
there.
prefer magnet because magnet I can just put them on my fridge.
Magnets are top tier merch.
Magnets are great. I agree.
What were we talking again?
To release
we were
date?
talking about
Very.
Oh yeah, and Linny got, what was that thing you were saying about Linny earlier?
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw that, Cat, because I think it's like from 2 days ago or something like that. But yeah, apparently there's an actress from Prague that posted on her resume that she was Linny.
Oh,
So that means Camelin in season 3. However, she does mention it's a cameo role. So probably not expecting her for more than an episode.
yeah.
I should hope not, because
Yeah.
you know what? She is like an Uno character.
We don't need...
She
like,
is less than an Uno.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting because that means we are gonna get some Camelin, which we knew because there's also like, is that Shorey that got spotted at the location that is thought to be Camelin Castle.
Camelin. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but it's going to be, that means it's season 3 that this happens and not,
Yeah.
it's possible we may get Camelin in season 2.
Right.
Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if we didn't get it until season 3.
I have no reason to believe we would get Camelin in season 3 or season 2 if we're getting Falme.
Yeah.
Falme.
It's too much. And we're getting Kyrian. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting, in season 2, we're getting Tarvalon, Kyrian, and Falme, which is already enough.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's quite a bit. And we're spending like a decent amount of time in all 3 of those places too. And so
Yeah. Those are big ass sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We aren't going to do more.
No.
I do say we do have to talk about the first look photos that were shown on the Entertainment Weekly. Divided into different episodes. So in the first episode, you have Egwene in what looks like Professor Sprout's shop.
Yep.
Obviously the kitchens, but it gives me strong herbology vibes. If they had herbology in Tarvalon. I'm sure they do. I feel like they have to. No, because I feel like they wouldn't, because maybe the yellows might, but they would look down upon it, because why would you use an herb when you could heal magically?
True. They do look down on Nynaeve for still using herbs when she needs to heal.
That's right.
She's like, why would you do that? It works perfectly well.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
That's a very good point. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, fuck Professor Sprout. Like, fuck her drag, right? And then you have new Matt, or season 2 Matt, because I'm sure there's going to be a season 3 Matt too.
No, please no.
Looking sad into a candle.
Please, I can't do it again.
I'm pretty sure that picture of Matt must have come from, there was a scene with Matt and Leandrine. And I feel like it's probably from that scene.
It's right after or right before he's interrogated by Leandrin.
Yeah.
Because he cried.
I'm very excited for that.
Crying like a little bitch. He has the perfect kind of hair for you to like pull when you're fucking him. And it's just like,
that was not even remotely what I thought you were going to say. Not even like...
What? I was just looking at the picture, and I'm just saying, like it's you can grab a fistful and just...
Yeah, I got the message. I don't need a repetition of it.
I get what you're saying, James.
All right, so on to episode 3. You guys are homophobic.
Yes, to you, yes.
Yes, very homophobic.
It's not homophobia if it's you, James.
We're selectively homophobic.
We cannot use that as a title. We're selectively homophobic. We cannot.
I was going to say.
We're selectively homophobic.
But can't we? We've said that before, and then we've used it as the title, so...
Did
I
we?
don't know.
We had... Is this homophobia self-preservation? You have Nynaeve looking sad.
Yes.
In a shift.
And that's definitely a accepted test. Like there's the arch behind that are in the room where Rafe was having this interview during JordanCon.
Yeah. And then you have Lan astride a horse.
Yes. As he should be.
Honestly, that picture could also have been just like episode 3 of season 1, because he does...
You could not have told me that this is season 2 and gotten me any less excited.
It's so true. I know. You know what?
This picture tells me nothing.
He's consistent. Consistency is important. Okay?
I guess so.
And then you have Moraine in episode 4 wearing this beautiful gown that I know, Camille, you don't like it, right?
You don't like it?
I didn't say anything about the... I think you may be mistaking me with someone else, because I didn't say anything.
Oh, right. Another French Sapphic person. The other French Sapphic I know.
The other one?
Who? Floof?
I don't know. Like, is there another one?
Yes.
Is there?
On the Discord, yes. Floof, who is actually like is French and Sapphic and still a first-time reader.
Oh, hey, Floof. You should join us on the podcast sometime. On the podcast.
On the podcast. Wow.
Okay, someone did not like the wide belt, and I thought it was you.
Oh.
No, I have no feeling about costume in general. I do not understand aesthetics.
That's obvious.
No.
I love this outfit because it looks like a Corinian noble. I assume like that's what it is she had to go back to Carrion, go back to her old life to try and like study. Maybe there's Vandene and Aedalos. Who knows? They can live in Carrion, and maybe this time they're lesbians and not sisters.
I certainly hope so.
Maybe they're sisters and not sisters.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I love it.
Me too.
I love the blue. It's a very bright blue. It's like a good color. It's not because The Wheel of Time doesn't have this problem, but there's so many fantasy shows where it's going to be a color, but like a muted one.
Yeah.
Right. Or it's like super grimdark.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
Yeah.
Same.
I love how colorful and vibrant things are. This looks like a very heavy outfit. Like, this looks like it weighs 50 pounds.
Yeah. This is for display.
That is a moving blanket on the underside.
Yeah.
She got the weight of the world on her shoulder.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And she's wearing a cute Aes Sedai ring like this one.
She is. Aww.
Yeah, the yellow one looks like a cough drop.
Are you happy with the quality?
I am happy with the quality. I will need to like burnish it a little bit. For everyone listening, I got my I guess it's pronounced Jalik blades, the reproduction Aes Sedai rings, and they are very cool. The yellow one, if you looked at my Twitter, is very cough droppy, and I will be replacing the stone. But the blue one is very pretty. But they are very, very like new. They're like for a new Aes Sedai. And I am seasoned, so I will need to age it up a little bit.
That's fair.
But the case is very cool. The case is like shows Penis Island
Oh.
in its entirety.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the season 2 promos.
The one thing I was reminded of is just how bright the show is. And it makes me so happy. Like, I'm like,
Yes.
what a breath of fresh air to just like actually be able to see things on screen and to have like costumers and set designers and just like, you know, people in charge of production that are not afraid to use color. What a concept in a fantasy show.
Color and light.
Yes.
And light.
Yes.
We don't have to turn down, we don't have to close all of the windows to watch this episode.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Oh, it makes me so happy. And like, once again, the attention to detail in the costuming, the costume department for this show, they need an award because it's consistently amazing.
I was so sad when the costumer from season 1 was announced to not be coming back, but the season 2 costumes, like,
They're
okay.
they are going off. They're going off.
Like, I'm not saying they're better. I think they're comparable. And that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Loyal in the next picture makes me sad.
I don't like it.
Oh, yeah, the picture with Senchen.
Yes. He is not chained, which is interesting. Because I didn't, not that I think that he would be made like, you know, Doc of Ale or something, but well, I assume maybe he is Doc of All. He's just not Damane, obviously. But
Right.
I assume that, I don't know. He's interesting. He flummoxes me.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy behind them, like behind the Senchen, maybe a Decovalis. And it does seem to be wearing something similar to Loyal, so maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, the thing about this picture that I'm most curious about is like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, so it's a picture from episode 7? No, 5? I don't remember.
I think 6.
It's somewhere in like the latter half.
Oh, episode 5. You have Suroth in the middle with those anti-lesbian nails.
Oh my God. I'm so conflicted as a lesbian because on one hand, I'm like, I'm very intrigued by this. But on the other hand, just the nails.
That sounds so unpractical.
Yes.
But at the same time, she has servant to do everything for her.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I am of the opinion, based on what we saw in the trailer, that they are little clips that come off.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of see that on her finger.
Yeah.
Like if you zoom in.
Yeah.
It's an extension that is being put, and yeah. people were very, like a lot of people on Twitter were like, why is the Dark One there? And I find that funny because, I mean, in the book, it's obvious very early that Suroth is a Dark Friend.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's literally in her intro that she is bad time girl.
Yes, she does. It does not go out of its way. Like for some characters, it's a surprise, and you're like, oh shit, this is a Dark Friend. She is not one of those characters. It's obvious pretty soon.
She has a discussion with Liandrin where it's basically, it looks like they have the same master and they are checking whether they got exactly the same information from that master.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And since they probably were not directly in the contact with the Dark One, it means they are in contact with the same Forsaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, all different Forsaken, but
right.
It's not surprising to have Suroth directly in contact with Forsaken. I am actually enthusiastic because there's a lot of shenanigan going on with the Dark Friends in the books that happen very much off page.
Mm-hmm.
And this kind of shows that maybe we're going to bring a bit more of what's going on that side on the front.
Yeah, and depth to it too.
Oh, yes, because I want to see the Dark Friend social, and I want to know who some of these bad guys are right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because I think that adds such an interesting depth to it for the people. Because as a viewer, that they're bad. And I'm not saying this is the right answer for everything. Like, you don't always want to know who the bad guy is.
Sure.
But you do sometimes want to have, that little bit of insider knowledge. Like, as a viewer, even if you haven't read the books, oh, this is a bad person because they were at the Dark Friend social. Rand, why are you talking to them?
Mm-hmm.
Like Millie Skane, I want Millie Skane to show up. I love Millie Skane so much.
Me too.
Yeah, or it's interesting if you have a group of bad guy and you recognize a certain costume from a specific region, and then you're every time you're gonna see people wearing something similar, is that him? Is that her? Is that
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they treat, and also to see what the level of interactions the Dark Friends are going to have with the Forsaken, with whichever ones we get. I'm assuming obviously we're going to get Ishii and
Ballsy.
Yeah, and Lanfear, and who knows who else. At this point, we have no idea. We could get all of them and not even realize until later seasons that, oh shit, that was whoever. And so it'll be interesting just going from the interaction that Rand and Matt had with Dana, and seeing if, everyone, all Dark Friends kind of are drawn to a different Forsaken for different reasons, depending on what the Forsaken's goals are.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we saw in season 1 with Dana, who is not dead, that she believes in Ishamael's path, which is that the world just needs to end. It's a very nihilistic. Is it nihilistic, Travis?
Nihilistic?
How do you pronounce that? Nihilistic? Nihilistic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Travis. Nihilistic view of the world where just things need to end.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to end. And maybe the people that love Grendel are just I want to fuck everything.
They're all about pleasure all the time.
And maybe the people that love Lanfear hate their exes. You know what? We don't know.
We don't know.
They look for revenge.
Yeah,
it's revenge. And I'm excited to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now we have Aviendha, Ayula Smart looking like a complete badass.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm so excited for her.
With Perrin and I think it's Masema in the background.
It is Hot Massima.
Hot Masema.
Okay.
It is Hot Massima, and the actor is aware that he is known as Hot Massima.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yes.
He is 100% known that he is known as Hot Massima.
Yeah.
I appreciate that the actors are not off-put by the fandom just openly thirsting about them. Kate Fleetwood surely knows.
Some of them aren't. The actor that Taylor Napier is 100% on board.
Yes.
I will never forget the fact that he told me it's okay to jack off to him.
What?
I forgot about that.
Look.
I completely forgot about that.
Look, you guys have your moments of fandom. Default Rand can get as many videos from Yosha as he wants. I will have that tweet forever.
Oh my god.
I love that for you.
Yeah. It's on, you know what? It is deeply your brand. It's so fitting. I love it.
Yeah.
But I do love this. I assume this is in Falme.
Yes.
Because it looks like Falme.
And also it's like the last episode.
Yes. And then we have Darth Rand.
Oof.
Same episode, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Oh boy.
Yeah, we're entering emo Rand era.
We're getting into that era. Yeah. his main era.
I actually think this season is going to be mostly emo Rand.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think he's going to feel very much like book 3 Rand.
Yeah. Which is...
He's going through it, okay? He's going to be going through it this season. You know what? Everyone's going to be going through it. It just in different ways.
It's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm so excited for it. One thing that I wanted to mention regarding the previous picture with Ayula and Perrin is that I don't like that some people are already assuming because of that picture that there's going to be no goal.
Good Lord. People need to calm the fuck down.
Like, maybe we won't have goal, but right now it's way too early to say that.
It's so early.
And also, like, I am so tired of people that just make these conclusions based on no information whatsoever.
Yeah.
You have a promo picture.
Yeah.
Are you extrapolating everything about the entire season?
Exactly.
Who are you?
Right?
Who do you think you are?
It's the same thing as like when people became convinced that Min wasn't going to be in the show because we didn't get information about her right away.
Yeah. So that's about it for the pictures. Anything else we want to say about them?
Well, we probably want to talk about season 2 episode titles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we got those too.
So you have...
A Taste of Solitude is already the one we knew about the first episode.
And that's going to be Rand's emo episode.
Oh, yes.
And Matt emo episode 2 because Matt is crying like a little baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Little bitch.
But we also have 5 more titles. We have Daughter of the Night.
Lanfear.
It's Lanfear. It has, yeah, it's gotta be. Can you imagine if it's like, if we get that episode title and then Lanfear doesn't show up?
It's Fael.
Like, it's just them fucking with us. I think she's gonna show up, but
Yeah, this is definitely the episode where she's gonna be introduced. Or either she's getting introduced, or we are realizing that she is the Daughter of the Night.
yeah.
Another episode that we got was Dimani, and everyone commented about the mistake in the spelling, and I'm like, I'm happy because now I know how it's supposed to be said.
Damane, yeah.
Yeah.
Dimani. I'm pretty sure it just like whoever wrote those title went by ear, and
It's a typo.
That's it.
It's a typo.
It's a very easy typo to make.
A typo in The Wheel of Time, which is a perfect series.
The TV show doesn't even know how to spell swan, okay?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah. But listen, when it comes down to it, the details, they know what they're doing. The names, they're like,
Yeah.
Eyes Without Pity is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm curious about that one.
Strangers and Friends. If I didn't know that Tom wasn't in season 2, I would assume this would be a Tom reappearing.
Oh, okay.
Stranger and Friends could be also the introduction of the Ale.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
What might be makes everybody think about like the Portal Stone. I genuinely do not think we're going to get the Portal Stone because it makes no sense thematically.
No, I think it's going to be Nynaeve's accepted test.
Yeah.
Because it serves kind of the same purpose as the Portal Stones do, and does it, I think, in a more like cohesive and plot relevant way, if that makes sense, you know? Yeah.
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 Oh, we didn't plan on talking about this, but yesterday the Dragon Reborn by Mommy was released.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you gonna listen to that, or I haven't listened to any of your book?
Oh my god, I listened to select scenes from them because I don't typically care, but I do listen to some of them, yes, because I love how she does voices. Like, she won an award for it.
She's really good. Yeah. She's really, and I'm glad that has it been announced that or confirmed that she's doing the entire series, or?
No.
No, this is the last one that we are aware of.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's part of the hype for season 2.
But the third book was announced at the same time we learned about the second book that she was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So it really feels like they're planning the audiobook around the season.
Yeah.
Which makes complete sense. Yeah.
Season 2 is about book 2 and 3, so we are getting book 2 and 3. Season 3 seems to be very much about book 4, so hopefully we'll get book 4 and maybe book 5 too, if there's a bit more moment about book 5.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from that. And that means that there's going to be a season where we're going to get like 8, 9, 10.
We're going to get a lot.
We're going to get 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's smart marketing. It's a good way to tie it in.
Yeah.
No, I think I have a hard time with audiobooks regardless. So for me, I like listening to them as like little scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've listened to the telling of Manetheren from Eye of the World like so many times.
She does a phenomenal job. If you're not an audiobook person, but you want to like listen to, Rosamund Pike's version of like the books, the audiobooks, highly recommend that one because oh my God, so good.
That's the only scene I've listened to.
Yeah. As someone that cannot do audiobooks, just give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else is there about season 2?
I mean, we did get a picture of Mira Cial as Varen. We got I think at the awards show.
A short 2-second clip.
Yeah, like a little clip of just her in her brown robe. And
I think people are thinking it's maybe Tar Valon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I don't.
I'm curious as to what it is, and I'm curious as to like what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because obviously in The Great Hunt, she's part of the party that arrives in Fal Dara, which is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Probably, that we know.
She might meet them on the way from Fal Dara.
Yeah.
So I'm still thinking that we're not going to see Fal Dara and we're not like people are going to be already in the tower. So my thought regarding Varen is that so she's going to first show up at the tower so she get to meet Egwene and Nynaeve. Maybe gives Egwene the ring or like the dream ring.
Yeah.
But I saw like there's supposition that Swan may go to Cairhien at some point. And if that's the case, maybe Varen could be part of that group that goes there.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a way for her to also see Moiraine and Rand. Because one thing that I would love to get some sort of is that scene when Rand has a discussion with Swan.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the scene where Varen pretty much tells Moiraine and Swan that, hey, I know what you two are manigancing, and I know that guy is a dragon reborn.
Yeah. I'm just so ready for Varen to be like, hey, by the way, I know what you're doing. I'm not going to say anything.
You just want her to like walk by and have her go like this.
Yeah.
So you cannot see what James did. And no, I'm not going to describe it. So Kat, I leave you the honor of doing that.
James just made a very dainty sort of hand gesture. Very dainty hand gesture where they put 2 fingers to their mouth and then sort of like wiggled their tongue in between it. Some might say in a gesture that implies pussy eating. So,
Some might say that.
Some might say that.
I want to see an offshoot. I want to see like a take where that's what happens. I want to see a blooper reel where Mira Cial just goes, I know.
There's some very weird sound when you do that, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep them in the post-production or...
Oh, no!
Is that not what eating pussy sounds like? That's what eating ass sounds like.
Listen, we can't do this. We can't cross this boundary right now. This is a boundary we can't cross.
This is a podcast, not a podcast.
Exactly. We've talked about this.
Is this not what eating pussy sounds like? Is definitely the episode title.
Oh,
no!
Boy. Oh, boy.
I hate it here.
Oh, yeah. You were going to like share your coworker was like, should we put this on the LGBTQ resources thing? No,
but like literally, so there's a colleague that actually found me first online because somehow TikTok sent her my TikTok. So, and I had already mentioned to her like the podcast and this kind of thing. So I wasn't too mad about that. But then, like, I was trying to cheer up a few days ago because queer rights these days in the US are not great. So I was like, hey, not a big thing, but like with my podcast, we managed to raise a bunch of money for queer charity, and that was fun. And she was like, "Oh, that's awesome! Do you think we could share that with the social chat in the queer group of the company?" And I'm like,
you could if you market.
I don't think I'm reading at that time.
Yeah, you could be like, "This is a not safe for work podcast."
Yes.
Yeah, but like when you say it's a not safe for work podcast, people are gonna think like we're having sex on that podcast. No, we're not.
It's just an adult.
Yeah.
It's just adults.
It's not for children.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
But same thing when you say adult, people think X. And it's like, no, we're just talking about weird stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Like eating pussy, apparently.
Like eating pussy.
Yeah, we're just making pussy eating noises. We aren't having sex.
No, we're not.
So yeah. Anyway. But also, like, I'm always afraid. Like, I have a very distinct internet persona from my work persona. I don't want people to know that I'm a rational nerd online and that I tweet a lot about queer show during my work time.
That's very fair. I'm a big believer in keeping work and, like, you know, your hobbies and stuff like that separate. I'm very, very into that.
I am also very pro that because and I need to start coming up with like better excuses, or say like we're going to the park or something when I'm hosting an orgy on the weekend, because people are like, "What are you doing this weekend?" I'm going to the park. It's going to be a long trip to the park. Which park? The park.
The park. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's no hope for me.
God. I just love the idea of people thinking that, like, oh wow, James really likes going to the park.
I love park.
James is really into parks.
I'm going to the park in a couple hours, actually.
Oh, that's nice. Good for you. Parks are important.
Parks and recreation.
Parks and recreation.
That's an American TV show, Camille.
Oh no, is Camille frozen?
Camille is done with me.
Oh no. Camille's like, fuck this shit. I'm out of here.
Peace. Oh, I know you weren't into Magic the Gathering at all, but have you seen any of the new art for The Lord of the Rings?
I have. And it makes me want to get into it.
Don't.
But I don't know what it's about, or...
Don't. If you come to JordanCon, I will teach you a bit.
Okay.
But don't get into it.
Why?
It's expensive.
Okay. Because someone, you know what, it's a while back, I was like, I kind of want to try World of Warcraft.
That's fine.
And someone said exactly the same thing. They were like, don't get into it. It can get very expensive.
It can get expensive, but with WoW at least, like, there's an upper limit to how much you'll pay unless you're going real hard. Whereas with Magic the Gathering, your wallet is your limit.
Oh no. Is it just like, is it a card game? Is that what it is?
It is a collectible card game. So there's like there's cards and they have different rarities, and typically the better cards are more rare. So people spend money on packs to try and get those cards. And that's how they get you.
And so what do you do with the cards?
You play the game.
Oh, okay.
You essentially like summon creatures and fight them against each other.
Oh, it's like Pokemon. It's kind of like Pokemon.
Yes, essentially.
Okay.
It is described by mathematicians.
Oh no! Camille lost their internet.
Well, because it's our episode now, and not yours.
That's right. Hi, I'm Kat, and I'm a fun gal.
I'm James. I like parks.
And you're listening to Queers of Time.
Because it's our show.
And not yours. Perfect.
Woo! Woo! End pose, end pose, end pose.
Woo!
But anyway, yeah, no, the art, like, where they made all of the Rohirrim, like, black, amazing.
Yeah.
Most of the humans are black.
Ooh.
Fantastic. Black Aragorn.
It looks really good. Yeah. I was like, so cool.
This is going to be, and they doubled down. Like,
I'm sure there were people who were just like throwing absolute fits. Negroes in my fantasy card game. Ugh.
There is also the fun fact about this is, so you know how nerds like to collect one-of-a-kind things, right?
Of course.
Have you heard about this at all?
No.
Okay, so you know how there's One Ring?
Uh-huh. Uh-oh.
So there's several versions of this, but there is one special version that is stamped with like a 001 out of 001. There will be one of them.
Oh my god.
One of them will be printed. It is foil, holographic, shiny, full art, unique art that doesn't appear on any other card. There is one of them. Guess how much guess how much the bounty on the card is.
I mean, in the hundreds of thousands, I'm assuming.
It currently it is $1 million. 1 million US dollars. $1 million US dollars for a piece of cardboard. That is a house.
For a piece of cardboard. Oh my god. That's insane.
That is like 5 houses.
There are people I just can't. I'm sure there are so many people that have just like, this is what they do for the rest of their life. They're just going to go and buy like as many decks as possible until it's announced that someone has found it. I'm assuming. I
mean, it makes it like, because there's like those super rare Pokemon cards that sell for like, here, let me, the most expensive Pokemon card of all time is a special illustrator card that sold for $6 million at auction.
Oh, that's so much money.
It was released in 1998, but after that, the next most expensive card sold for $420,000.
Jesus Christ.
And it was one of those Charizards.
Jesus Christ. That is a lot of fucking money.
And I think it's going to go above $1 million. Like, it's a pretty card, but yeah. I don't understand this.
It's for a card, I wouldn't spend, like, I can't think of anything that I would spend that much money on, to be completely honest with you.
I mean, if I were like Bezos rich, sure.
Yeah, sure.
But even then, I would be like,
even then,
you know what else I could do with $1 million? Feed a city.
Yes. Like, there's $1 million. That's so much money. When people like go on about like, you know, $1 million is really not that much money. That's bullshit. $1 million is a fucking lot of money.
$1 million is a fucking lot of money.
Hey. You're back.
I'm back.
We went off on a Lord of the Rings tangent, and how about like one card from the new Magic the Gathering set already has a bounty for $1 million.
Yeah.
Nice.
But the fun thing about the other ones is they are making other cards that are serialized. So instead of being 1 out of 1, it's 1 out of 900, 1 out of 600, or 1 out of 700, and then 1 out of 300 for the Elven Rings of Power, Dwarven Rings of Power, and Men Ring of Power.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
That's cool.
So people have chances to get them. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So regarding the Wheel of Time.
Yes.
Oh yeah, back to the Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
We are talking, what did we talk? We talked about the picture, we talked about the episode titles.
I think we were talking about Varen. Oh, yes, we were talking. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think I'm curious as to what Varen is going to be doing. So,
Yeah. And how she's going to be, like, what sort of elements of Varen are going to be dominant on the show. Because she's kind of, like, at times she is very, like, locked in and focused and doing her thing. And then at other times she's very, like,
distracted.
Classic brown sister. Yeah, distracted and scatterbrained and whatnot. And so it'll be interesting if she sort of goes back and forth, or if they kind of stick to one side of her.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what they do with Varen, because I think she is such a multifaceted character that it is kind of crazy to underutilize her, but also you don't want to reveal too much too soon.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's I hope they keep as much under wraps as possible until they absolutely need the audience to know.
Wouldn't it be wild if she was just like a 1-episode character?
Don't say that.
No, a 1-episode character in season 2.
Oh, yes. That wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
I would be happy for it just because of how mad people would be.
I kind of don't know, because there is this idea within, like, from Rafe and when he's casting and which character he's casting, is casting to only bring characters when he actually has stuff to have them do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we already have a few characters who only show up for 1 or 2 episodes. So, like Tom, Swan, Min.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we're gonna have that many in the rest of the show.
Yeah. I agree. And honestly, I think Swan may have been in more of season 1 if Sophie Okonedo had been more like, she's a busy woman. And so she, like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they got her for what they were able to get her, for the amount of time they were able to get her for, but you know.
I mean, they got her for 1 episode, but they put a lot of things in one episode. If she doesn't show up for like 5 minutes,
she's there for a lot.
It's a freaking half an hour.
Yeah, she's there a lot.
Yeah, I don't think they can underutilize her.
Yeah.
I'm curious about Mira. How do you Mira Seal?
I believe so. Yeah, Mira Seal. Yeah.
I don't know anything about her. I haven't seen her in anything. We got a 2-second clip of her slowly turning
and taking off her hood.
Yeah,
she is very much like Sophie Okonedo and Kate Fleetwood. She is a theater actress.
Yeah.
Okay, which is great.
And so she has the range to deliver that sort of, it's I like that they're going for that sort of, those types of actresses for the Aes Sedai, because I think you kind of have to, because there's so much depth and like personality to them. You have to have someone who can deliver that.
I mean, who gave an amazing performance in The Lord of the Rings? Sir Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
He is a theater actor.
Yeah. And even Cate Blanchett. I think Cate Blanchett is also, like,
does a lot of theater, yep.
Does quite a bit of theater, and like you kind of, and what's his name? Who played Saruman? Lee. Christopher Lee. I believe also did some theater. And so like you need people for certain roles, you need people that have that kind of range.
Yeah.
That sort of dramatic range. And I appreciate that they're getting that.
I'm noticing that, like, for older actors, they pick a lot of theater folks, and for the young, it's a lot more people that are very new.
Very unknown.
Which is good, because that also gives, like, a good environment for those younger actors to grow.
Right. I mean, think about, like, what kind of... I mean, again, we're coming back to Lord of the Rings because it's so obvious, but what an opportunity that was for Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Like...
It catapulted his career. I mean, and even Orlando Bloom, like it catapulted.
Orlando Bloom was a no one prior to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Like he has like, he would not have the career he has now if it wasn't for Lord of the Rings.
I mean, not that he did anything in Lord of the Rings, but still.
Well, you know what? He stood there and looked pretty. And for a lot of people, that was enough. So.
For Legolas, that was all he was asked.
that was it. He did what was required. He understood the assignment.
He did.
Yeah.
He made some lesbians very thirsty.
He did.
Okay. So we were mentioning about getting a bit more from Verin, figuring out our character. What kind of the question that kind of leads me to is, when do you think we'll get a trailer? Do you think we'll get a teaser trailer first?
I mean,
I don't know. I think it will be at least a month from now.
Yeah. I think it will be Comic-Con. That's my thinking.
When is Comic-Con?
July. Mid-July.
20 of July, something like that.
Yeah.
I do think we definitely gonna get content at San Diego Comic-Con. So a big trailer would make sense then. I don't know whether we're gonna get a teaser or not before, because it seems like for Good Omens season 2 they only got a trailer, right?
They did.
I mean, we got a trailer. We got like a teaser trailer.
We did. Yeah.
Be happy.
Yeah. We did. Yeah.
Yeah, we got behind the scene, and we got that's indeed true.
Exactly. I doubt that we'll get much more than what we have, like, in terms of video, until we get the big trailer. And honestly, I'm fine with that, because I think they are doing, I know there are people that will disagree with this. I think they are doing a perfectly fine job in marketing. They are marketing in the way that you have to in this horrible age of streaming because people you can't do it too soon. Otherwise, people are literally going to forget.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's, yep.
And I hate it, but...
For the first season, they so big for the Wheel of Time. Like, let's be real, there was a lot of premiere in many different places in the US. We had a lot of short teaser and bonus content and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know the Wheel of Time is still very important to Amazon. I'm curious whether they're going to keep doing this kind of thing or if it's going to be more like a normal TV show.
Yeah, I am not sure. I would love to see them do some kind of thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be... I mean, it may not be as widespread, whereas like a lot of different places got, like go to a premiere and whatnot, but I wouldn't be surprised necessarily if they did a like toned down version of that. I think they are banking on alternating between Wheel of Time, Rings of Power, Wheel of Time, Rings of Power in terms of their big fantasy show marketings. I don't know.
I'm not sure about that.
I think Rings of Power has been a big flop for them, and I think they know it.
Yes.
I think the reaction to that show was not...
I wouldn't call that a big flop because it did give them quite a lot of new subscribers.
It did.
However, yes, the critic reception of it is not amazing. But also it's not amazing in the US. I'm not entirely sure about other countries.
Yeah.
Because Amazon does have a vision more internationally and the US is just one market for them. Regarding alternating Ring of Power and Wheel of Time, I don't think we're gonna have like 2 years between each season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forever going on, because I think season 2 was still very much affected by COVID and by delay in scheduling and by, so many shows being produced that VFX in general was very delayed. And post-production in general.
Right.
Which I don't think this is going to continue in future year, considering everyone within the streaming world is taking a step back on producing many, 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 many different shows.
Yep.
So I am very curious how everything is going to evolve. I am also very concerned. Not for the Wheel of Time, because I do think they do have some good support from Amazon. But regarding what type of show are being produced, since they're going to reduce the number of shows being produced, I feel like we're going to go back to, we need some sort of global appeal.
Oh, yeah.
Some kind of what?
Global appeal.
Okay.
Not much...
Not scripted.
It's not about scripted. It's about... what kind of voice you're putting in the center of the show. In the past few years, you had a lot more opportunities for marginalized voice to be at the center of TV show. And there's already some pushback from streaming services about, now we need that show to appeal to more people than just marginalized voice. So I'm also hoping that on the other side, if Amazon keep giving the same support to Wheel of Time that is being very diverse in terms of gender, in terms of race, in terms of sexuality, that it gets big to the point that it can show to everyone else that, yes, you can get a global appeal while putting in front and center a lot of marginalized voices.
Yeah, and I think the Wheel of Time was very well received, so...
Yeah.
More so than they were expecting, which is really, really cool.
Yeah. And I think critically, Wheel of Time did better than Rings of Power, which is kind of wild. Critically speaking,
yes,
it's not that wild in the sense that Ring of Power does not have this, they don't have the right to everything from the Lord of the Ring universe,
right?
And what they do have the right to, it's very thin.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Wheel of Time, there's so much content.
Yeah, and it's new too. It's new stuff. It's things that people haven't seen before. I love Lord of the Rings. It's Tolkien. It's still one of my favorite worlds to revisit. But we've done it. We've kind of done the thing, and it's been when something has been done so well too. I'm just like, I don't know how much more you can squeeze from this. That, like, you know.
Yeah, and people are getting tired, of streaming services in general.
Mm-hmm.
Basically taking a franchise that is not that old and then doing it over again.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like with everything they want to do with Twilight or Harry Potter again. Or
oh my God, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
some franchise work well, like Star Wars.
Sure.
Those work very well because they also are able to renew themselves and find new stories to tell.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether the Ring of Power have good enough stories to tell.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's...
Especially considering we know it ends.
Well, this is the thing.
And we know it doesn't end well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And one day, James, me and you are going to have to sit down and all of us sit down and talk about Rings of Power and just the fallout from everything. Because it's... we can't get into it now, obviously, because otherwise we'll be talking forever. But
yeah,
I'll just say I am very, very grateful that the Wheel of Time is a thing that exists, and that like they are going for it in terms of like story and plot, and they are not afraid to change things around that need to be changed, and they are not afraid to do things differently than how they are done in the books. And that's okay, because it's an adaptation.
It's an adaptation, and also it's stuff that was like 30 years old. So
yeah.
It's the thing that Rings of Power, or that Wheel of Time is doing that Rings of Power isn't doing, is keeping true to the spirit of the world, which is why it's probably so successful.
Yeah, because people can feel that.
But whatever. What do I know?
Okay. Do we have anything else to say?
No.
I don't think so. I think, other than I'm excited. That's the only other thing I'll say.
Me too. I am very excited. I can't wait to get something new to watch and be excited about, because it's been something.
It's been a while.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Queers of Time, where we totally knew what we were talking about every second. If you liked what you heard, that's great. Please give us money. We like money. Also, listen to us on the Spotifys. Leave us reviews. Oh yeah, we should go through our reviews sometime.
We should. Yeah.
And yeah, that it. Also, join our Discord.
That it.
Yeah.
I'm great at outros on the fly.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 Thank you all for listening. This was Queers of Time, a Wheel of Time podcast. The music is Dance of the Witches by Julius H.